I am absolutely thrilled to have you here with us today. If you're a focused learner looking to cut through all the noise and understand exactly how the Three Lions are gearing up for the biggest tournament in football, well, you are in the perfect place. Today, we're breaking down Thomas Tuchel's master strategy and projecting his complete 26-man England squad for the 2026 World Cup.
60 years. It's kind of wild when you actually think about it. Never in history has a team waited a full 6 decades to win their second World Cup trophy after conquering the globe for the first time. The emotional stakes for the English national team are just literally sky high right now. So the ultimate question hanging over this entire tournament is pretty simple. Can Thomas Tuchel finally bring football home? Does he actually have the right squad to conquer North America?
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap. Section 1, the Tuchel Revolution. Section 2, securing the defense. Section 3, the midfield engine room. Section 4, the attacking arsenal. Section 5, England's starting 11. And Section 6, bringing football home.
All right, starting us off with Section 1, the Tuchel Revolution, a tactical shift.
And this brilliantly illustrates the massive change we're seeing. Look, Thomas Tuchel is a proven master of knockout stage football. He's coming in and completely replacing Gareth Southgate's heavily criticized conservative style, that whole transitional caution thing, with pure aggressive control. Instead of holding back, well, actually, scratch holding back. It's about complete suffocation. Tuchel builds up in a dominant 3-2-5 formation designed not just to hold the ball, but to absolutely choke out the opposition.
So, what does this actually look like on the pitch? Well, 70. That's the magic number. Under Thomas Tuchel, England has not held less than 70% possession in a single one of their 8 qualifying matches. And by the way, they won all 8 of those matches flawlessly, conceding absolutely 0 goals in the process. It is pure, unadulterated control.
Moving right along to Section 2, securing the defense, the foundation.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how that foundation is built. To allow that aggressive, high-possession control system to actually function without getting caught out on the counterattack, Tuchel needs a rock-solid base. In goal, Jordan Pickford is still the undisputed #1, backed up by Dean Henderson and James Trafford. In defense, you've got exceptionally safe bets, guys like Mark Guehi, Ezri Konsa, John Stones, Dan Burn, Lewis Hall, and Harry Maguire. But the wild card here? Reece James. His versatility is absolutely vital. He has this unique ability to invert into the midfield during possession, or he can just sit as a right-sided center back when England drops into a back 3 during build-up. Pair that with a talent like O'Reilly, and it gives Tuchel amazing tactical flexibility.
Next up, Section 3, the midfield engine room, finding the perfect alchemy.
This right here is where Tuchel faces his most welcome headache. He is dealing with an absolute abundance of superstars fighting for these engine room spots. Just look at this list. Declan Rice, Cole Palmer, Morgan Rogers, Elliot Anderson, Jude Bellingham, Jordan Henderson, Phil Foden, Eberechi Eze, and Kobbie Mainoo. It's an incredible wealth of talent, right? You've got established veterans fighting alongside late bloomers and rising superstars, all of them battling to orchestrate the play in advanced roles.
So, the crucial point is, to balance all of that attacking flair, you need the perfect number 6 pivot. This is a deep-line defensive midfielder who dictates the tempo and seamlessly blends defensive grit with elite passing retention. Finding this exact profile, specifically in a player like Elliot Anderson, is literally the key to the whole shebang. Why? Because it completely unlocks Declan Rice, allowing him to push much higher up the pitch into the left half space, where we know he can be devastating.
And if you're wondering why Elliot Anderson is the main man for that number 6 job, look at this. 94. That is the staggering number of tackles Anderson has recorded in the Premier League. Off the ball, the guy is an absolute defensive machine, providing the exact grit and security that Tuchel's midfield requires. But on the ball, 2,122. He completed 2,122 passes. That's more than any other midfielder in the division. To put that into perspective, he isn't just a tackler. He is the ultimate box-to-box metronome, seamlessly connecting the defense to that superstar attack.
Which brings us to Section 4, the attacking arsenal, firepower.
Because the 2026 tournament allows for larger 26-man squads, Tuchel has the luxury of actually bringing 3 traditional out-and-out strikers, which gives England unprecedented attacking depth. We're talking Harry Kane, Bukayo Saka, Anthony Gordon, Marcus Rashford, Noni Madueke, and Ollie Watkins. While players like Kane and Saka are absolute nailed-on certainties to start, having guys like Watkins, who, by the way, is in brilliant goal-scoring form, And the dynamic Noni Madueke provides vital options to either stretch the game off the bench or adapt perfectly to different defensive blocks.
Here's how this forward line systematically dismantles teams. It's a devastating push-pull system. Step 1, Harry Kane drops deep into a pocket of space, almost playing like a number 10. Step 2, an opposing center back is basically forced to follow him, pulling them totally out of position. Step 3, fast explosive wingers make aggressive runs right into that newly created space. It is a total tactical nightmare for defenders because they are just constantly being pulled out of their shape.
And the guy making that entire system tick is a captain in the form of his absolute life. 55! Harry Kane has amassed a sensational 55 goals in just 49 matches for Bayern Munich across all competitions leading up to the World Cup. I mean, he's entering the tournament as the ultimate unplayable lethal weapon.
All right, the moment of truth. Section 5, England's starting 11, the tactical blueprint.
Let's move to and see how this builds out on the pitch. Bringing all these stats, tactical profiles, and the latest odds together, here is exactly how Thomas Tuchel's projected starting lineup builds out on match day in a 4-2-3-1 formation. In goal, Pickford. The back four, Reece James on the right, Guéhi and Maguire holding down the center, and O'Reilly on the left. In the defensive midfield, there's that absolutely crucial double pivot, Elliot Anderson anchoring alongside Declan Rice. In the attacking midfield slots, Bukayo Saka on the right, Jude Bellingham orchestrating the whole thing as the number 10, and Marcus Rashford driving down the left. And leading the lineup up top, Harry Kane. Every single player here perfectly executes Tuchel's aggressive control system.
Finally, Section 6, Bringing Football Home, the Ultimate Test. Look, we have the phenomenal squad, and we have the brilliant tactics, but winning a World Cup isn't played on a spreadsheet, right? England must first survive a really tricky Group L, featuring Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. Then, there's the environmental factor. They're heading into extremely hot and physically taxing North American weather. Add to that the physical factor. Key players are entering this tournament with heavy fatigue following intense Premier League and Champions League campaigns. Maintaining a high-energy 70% possession system in that kind of heat, that is a massive challenge.
Yet, despite all these immense hurdles, the manager remains totally unflappable. Following his recent pre-tournament camps, a reporter asked if the evaluations provided more questions or answers about his final selection. Tuchel simply responded, more clarity, clearly. He is supremely confident that his 26-man vision is set in stone and ready to execute.
Which brings us to our final thought for today. Does this 26-man squad actually have the perfect alchemy to conquer the world? After 60 agonizing years of waiting, the tactics are finally modernized, the talent is absolutely undeniable, and the blueprint is clearly drawn. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today. I really hope this structured breakdown has you completely geared up and fascinated for the upcoming tournament. Keep learning, keep watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.